Welcome, fellow wisdom seekers. Did you know that throughout history, some of the greatest minds, from Roman emperors to modern leaders, have turned to the ancient wisdom of Stoicism to navigate life's toughest challenges? Today, we're exploring Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that's more relevant now than ever. Imagine facing challenges with unshakable calm, turning obstacles into opportunities, and living each day with purpose and resilience. That's the power of Stoicism. In this video, I'll share 9 practical exercises to kickstart your Stoic journey. Whether you want to enhance your mental toughness, find peace in chaos, or simply live a more fulfilling life, these Stoic practices will equip you with the tools to thrive. Stay tuned, because by the end of this video, you'll have a roadmap to harness the timeless wisdom of Stoicism and apply it to your everyday life. Before we begin, I humbly request your support. Kindly like this video and subscribe, as your encouragement fuels our dedication. Thank you. Let's get started. Number 1. Dichotomy of control. The concept of the dichotomy of control is all about understanding and accepting the difference between what we can control and what we can't. It's a simple idea, but mastering it can transform your life. In Stoicism, the dichotomy of control teaches us that the universe is filled with events and circumstances that are beyond our influence. We can't control the weather, the actions of others, or the passage of time. However, we do have control over our own thoughts, actions, and responses. Epictetus famously said that the chief task in life is to identify and separate matters so that we can clearly distinguish what is external and not under our control from what has to do with our own choices and is under our control. This principle can be incredibly liberating. Imagine how much mental energy we waste worrying about things that are completely out of our hands. By focusing only on what we can control, we reclaim that energy and direct it towards productive, positive actions. This isn't about being passive or resigning ourselves to fate. It's about actively engaging with the aspects of life where we can make a difference. For example, think about the last time you were stuck in traffic, fuming at the delay. Stoicism reminds us that we can't control the traffic, but we can control our reaction to it. Instead of getting angry, we can use that time to listen to an audiobook, practice deep breathing, or simply accept the situation with patience. By shifting our focus from what we can't control to what we can, we change our experience of the event. The dichotomy of control also encourages us to let go of the need to control others. We often fall into the trap of trying to change the behaviors or opinions of those around us, which leads to frustration and conflict. Stoicism teaches us to focus on our own conduct and character. By setting a positive example and maintaining our own standards, we can influence others indirectly without the stress of trying to control them. Furthermore, embracing this Stoic principle helps us build resilience. Life is unpredictable, and challenges are inevitable. When we accept that many events are beyond our control, we can face adversity with greater equanimity. We learn to adapt and respond constructively rather than being overwhelmed by circumstances. Number 2. Journaling. Stoic journaling, as practiced by Marcus Aurelius and Seneca, is a powerful tool for personal growth and clarity. Marcus Aurelius, known for his work Meditations, used his journal as a private space for reflecting on life, virtue, and the universe, not for publication but for his own guidance in living according to Stoic principles. What sets Stoic journaling apart is its intentional focus. It's not just about recording events. It's about examining your thoughts, actions, and feelings through the lens of Stoic philosophy. Here's how you can practice it effectively. First, set aside a few minutes each day, either in the morning to set the tone for your day or in the evening to reflect on the day's events. Consistency is key. During your journaling time, write about your experiences and analyze them. Reflect on what you did well, where you fell short, how you responded to challenges, and how you could have handled them better. This reflective process helps you identify areas for improvement and develop strategies for handling similar situations more effectively in the future. Seneca emphasized reviewing your day each evening, asking yourself what you did right, what you did wrong, and how you can improve. This fosters self-awareness and accountability, crucial aspects of Stoic practice. Use your journal to reinforce Stoic principles. Write down quotes from Stoic philosophers that resonate with you and reflect on how you can apply these ideas in your life. Regularly reviewing your journal entries allows you to track your progress over time, identify patterns in your behavior and thought processes, and gain valuable insights into your personal growth journey. Stoic journaling also serves as a form of mental decluttering, helping to organize your thoughts, reduce stress, and bring clarity to your emotions and experiences. Incorporating journaling into your daily routine doesn't require a lot of time or effort. All you need is a few minutes of quiet reflection and a willingness to be honest with yourself. Over time, this simple practice can have profound effects on your mindset and overall well-being. Number 3, train for adversity. Epictetus often emphasized the importance of preparing for hardships, saying that we must undergo tough training and avoid rushing into situations for which we haven't prepared. This belief stems from the idea that adversity is inevitable, but how we respond to it is within our control. One practical way to train for adversity is through physical challenges. The Stoics would deliberately expose themselves to harsh conditions to build mental and physical toughness. For example, they might take cold baths, wear minimal clothing in winter, or fast for extended periods. These practices were not about punishment, but about strengthening their endurance and ability to remain composed under pressure. Modern equivalents could include taking cold showers, practicing intermittent fasting, or engaging in strenuous exercise. Another aspect of training for adversity involves stepping out of our comfort zones in everyday life. This might mean taking on tasks that intimidate us, speaking up in situations where we might prefer to stay silent, or learning new skills that challenge our current abilities. By pushing our boundaries, we develop a habit of facing fear and uncertainty head-on, which can make us more resilient when genuine adversity strikes. Mental exercises are equally important in this training. The Stoics practiced Premeditatio malorum, or the premeditation of evils, which involves regularly contemplating potential challenges or misfortunes and envisioning how you would respond to them. This mental preparation helps reduce the shock and emotional impact when such events occur, allowing for a calm and reasoned response. Seneca advised practicing voluntary poverty to prepare for adversity, living occasionally as if he had lost all his wealth. This practice helped him appreciate what he had and prepared him for any future loss. In today's context, you could try living with less for a short period, reducing spending, minimizing possessions, or disconnecting from technology. This not only builds resilience, but fosters gratitude for the comforts we often take for granted. Training for adversity also includes cultivating emotional resilience. The Stoics emphasized the importance of controlling our reactions to external events, aiming to maintain equanimity and not be swept away by negative emotions. Cognitive reframing can help here by consciously interpreting negative experiences in a positive or neutral light, mitigating their emotional impact. Community and social support play a vital role in this training as well. Engaging with a supportive community can provide encouragement, accountability, and new perspectives on handling adversity. Sharing experiences and learning from others can reinforce your resilience. Mindfulness and meditation are powerful tools in training for adversity. Regular practice can enhance your ability to stay present and focused, even in stressful situations, allowing for more measured and rational responses. Incorporating mindfulness into your daily routine can create a strong mental foundation to navigate life's challenges. In summary, training for adversity involves physical challenges, stepping out of comfort zones, mental exercises like premeditation of evils, practicing voluntary poverty, cultivating emotional resilience, seeking community support, and practicing mindfulness. These practices collectively build resilience and prepare you to face life's ups and downs with grace and strength. Number 4, training perceptions. One of the key teachings of Stoicism is that our disturbances do not come from external events themselves, but from the interpretations we place on those events. This insight, derived from Epictetus, emphasizes that it's our judgments about events that cause us distress, not the events themselves. Imagine being caught in a sudden rainstorm. You can perceive this situation in different ways. You might see it as an inconvenience, getting frustrated and annoyed by the disruption to your day. Alternatively, you could view it as an opportunity to embrace nature, enjoy the refreshing feeling of rain, and even have fun splashing in puddles. The rain remains the same, but your perception of it changes, altering your entire experience. Training your perceptions starts with awareness. Begin by paying attention to your automatic thoughts and judgments throughout the day. Notice how you react to different situations and the narratives you create in your mind. Are you quick to label events as good or bad? Do you often see challenges as threats rather than opportunities? Becoming aware of these patterns is the first step toward changing them. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, often wrote about the importance of seeing things objectively. He reminded himself to look at events and people without judgment, stripping away preconceived notions or emotional reactions. This practice can help you see situations more clearly and respond more rationally. For example, instead of getting upset because a colleague was rude to you, you could choose to see it as a reflection of their stress or personal issues, rather than a personal attack. Another effective technique is reframing. This involves consciously changing your perspective on a situation to view it in a more positive or neutral light. For instance, if you're facing a difficult project at work, instead of thinking, "This is too hard, I'll never get it done," you could reframe it as, "This is a challenging opportunity for me to grow and learn new skills." This shift in perspective can reduce anxiety and increase motivation. The Stoics also emphasize the importance of seeing events in a broader context. Marcus Aurelius often used a mental exercise known as the view from above to gain perspective on his problems by imagining himself looking down on the world from a high vantage point. This practice helped him realize how insignificant most worries are in the grand scheme of things. It can help you let go of minor annoyances and focus on what truly matters. Training perceptions also involves cultivating gratitude. The Stoics believed that recognizing the good in our lives helps counterbalance negative perceptions. Take time each day to reflect on what you're grateful for, no matter how small. This practice can shift your focus from what's wrong to what's right, enhancing your overall sense of well-being. Another aspect of training perceptions is recognizing the impermanence of all things. The Stoics often reminded themselves that everything is temporary. Our possessions, our relationships, even our lives. By keeping this in mind, we can appreciate what we have while it lasts and avoid excessive attachment or fear of loss. This perspective helps us remain calm and resilient in the face of change and uncertainty. Remember, training perceptions is a continuous practice. It's not something you master overnight, but a lifelong journey of self-improvement. Keep challenging your automatic thoughts, practicing gratitude, and seeking new ways to reframe your experiences. Over time, you'll find that your ability to perceive events more positively and objectively will strengthen, leading to a more balanced and fulfilling life. Number 5, remember, it's all ephemeral. At the heart of this practice is the understanding that nothing in life lasts forever. Our possessions, relationships, successes, failures, joys, and sorrows all are fleeting. Marcus Aurelius often reflected on this theme in his Meditations. He wrote, "Think of yourself as dead. You have lived your life, now take what's left and live it properly." This might sound grim initially, but it's actually a call to live fully and mindfully, appreciating each moment for what it is. Recognizing the ephemerality of life helps us to detach from the things we often cling to and spend so much energy worrying about losing or striving to acquire more. Stoicism reminds us that these pursuits are ultimately futile because everything is subject to change. By accepting this, we can focus on what truly matters, our character, our actions, and our relationships. One way to internalize this concept is through the practice of memento mori, a Latin phrase meaning remember that you will die. This isn't about being morbid, it's about gaining perspective. By contemplating our mortality, we can better prioritize our time and energy. Instead of getting bogged down by trivial concerns, we can focus on what gives our lives meaning and purpose. Consider the beauty of a sunset. Part of what makes it so breathtaking is its transience. we know that it won't last long, which compels us to savor each moment. The same principle applies to our lives. By embracing the fact that our experiences are temporary, we can appreciate them more deeply. This mindset can transform how we approach everything, from our daily routines to our most significant life events. Stoicism also teaches us to view challenges and adversities as temporary. When we're in the midst of a difficult situation, it's easy to feel overwhelmed and believe that it will last forever. But by remembering that everything is ephemeral, we can gain the strength to persevere. Just as good times don't last forever, neither do the bad times. This realization can provide comfort and resilience, helping us to face hardships with a stoic calm. Understanding impermanence can foster gratitude. When we recognize that the people and things we cherish won't be around forever, we are more likely to appreciate them fully in the present. This practice of gratitude aligns with the Stoic virtue of mindfulness, being fully present and engaged in the moment. By appreciating the transient nature of life, we cultivate a deeper sense of joy and fulfillment. It's important to note that this principle doesn't mean we should become indifferent or detached from life. On the contrary, it encourages us to engage more deeply, knowing that our time is limited. We are prompted to make meaningful connections, pursue our passions, and contribute positively to the world around us. Stoicism calls us to live vibrantly and purposefully despite, or perhaps because of, life's impermanence. In practical terms, you can start by reflecting on the temporary nature of your day-to-day experiences. When you find yourself stressed or anxious about a particular issue, remind yourself that this too shall pass. When you experience joy or success, savor it fully, knowing that it is a fleeting moment. This balanced perspective helps to temper our reactions and maintain a steady, grounded approach to life. Sign number 6. Take the view from above. Taking the view from above, as Marcus Aurelius often did in his meditations, involves visualizing yourself from a high vantage point, like atop a mountain or even from the stars. This practice helps you see how interconnected everything is, and how small your own troubles are in the grand scheme of the universe. It's a way to remind yourself that your life, with all its challenges and triumphs, is just a tiny part of something much larger. When you practice this technique, start by imagining yourself rising above your current situation. Picture yourself floating upward, looking down on your home, your city, and eventually the entire planet. As you ascend, notice how your problems and stresses shrink in size. What seemed overwhelming up close now appears much more manageable when seen from a distance. This exercise helps to put our daily worries into perspective. When we're caught up in the minutiae of our lives, it's easy to feel like our problems are the center of the universe. But the view from above reminds us that there's a vast world out there full of people with their own struggles and joys. This realization can be humbling and liberating, freeing us from the narrow focus that often fuels anxiety and stress. Taking the view from above also fosters a sense of interconnectedness. It reminds us that we are part of a larger community, a global ecosystem where every action has ripple effects. This perspective can cultivate empathy and compassion as we recognize that our experiences are shared by many others. It also encourages us to think about the impact of our actions on the broader world and to strive to contribute positively. Another benefit of this practice is that it can help us prioritize what truly matters. When we zoom out and look at our lives from a distance, it becomes easier to see which concerns are trivial and which deserve our attention. This can guide us in making decisions that align with our values and long-term goals, rather than getting bogged down by short-term distractions. Practicing the view from above can also be a powerful tool for stress management. When faced with a difficult situation, try to mentally step back and see it from a higher perspective. Ask yourself how this moment fits into the larger narrative of your life. Will this issue matter a year from now? 5 years from now? Often, this broader perspective reveals that many of our worries are temporary and not as critical as they seem in the moment. Moreover, the view from above can inspire awe and wonder. When we contemplate the vastness of the universe and our small place within it, we can feel a sense of connection to something greater than ourselves. This can be deeply comforting and motivating, reminding us that we are part of a larger story that spans time and space. Incorporating this practice into your daily routine can be as simple as taking a few moments each day to visualize your life from above. You might do this during a meditation session, on a walk, or whenever you find yourself feeling overwhelmed. The key is to regularly remind yourself of the bigger picture and to cultivate a mindset that embraces perspective and interconnectedness. Sign number 7. Meditate on your mortality. Meditating on your mortality, known as memento mori, is about reflecting on the inevitability of death to gain a deeper appreciation for life. This practice, central to Stoic philosophy, can profoundly transform your perspective and priorities. The Stoics believed that regularly contemplating our mortality helps us live more fully and intentionally. Marcus Aurelius often reminded himself of this in his Meditations, urging us to consider how our lives would be shaped if we were to leave this world at any moment. This practice isn't about morbid fixation, but rather a call to recognize the fleeting nature of life and to make the most of every moment. Here's why meditating on mortality is so impactful. Firstly, it strips away the trivial concerns that often consume our daily lives. When we remember that our time is limited, it becomes easier to see which pursuits are truly meaningful and which are mere distractions. This clarity can guide us to focus on what really matters, spending time with loved ones, pursuing our passions, and living according to our values. Secondly, meditating on mortality can reduce fear and anxiety. Many of our fears stem from a denial of our own mortality. By confronting the reality of death directly, we can diminish its power over us. Seneca advised preparing our minds as if we had come to the very end of life, encouraging us to live each day fully and without unnecessary worry. To incorporate this practice into your life, you might start by setting aside a few minutes each day to reflect on the impermanence of life. This could be during your morning meditation, in the evening before bed, or at any quiet moment during the day. Close your eyes and consider the fact that your time is finite. Think about what you would do differently if today were your last day. What regrets would you avoid? What actions would you take? You can also use visual reminders of mortality, such as an hourglass, a skull, or a simple note, to serve as a constant reminder to live fully. These symbols can help anchor you in the present and prompt you to reflect on how you're spending your time. Another approach is to consider the legacies of those who have passed before you. Reflect on what they left behind and how they are remembered. This can inspire you to think about the impact you want to have and the legacy you want to leave. Meditating on mortality can also deepen your gratitude for life's simple pleasures. When you recognize that each moment is a gift, you start to appreciate the small things, the warmth of the sun, the sound of laughter, the taste of a good meal. This heightened sense of gratitude can enhance your overall well-being and make everyday experiences more fulfilling. In conversations with loved ones, this practice can foster deeper connections. When you're aware of the fragility of life, you're more likely to express your appreciation, resolve conflicts, and spend quality time with those who matter most. Ultimately, meditating on mortality can strengthen your resilience. Knowing that life is unpredictable and death is a certainty can help you face challenges with greater courage. It reinforces the Stoic idea that while we cannot control external events, we can control how we respond to them. By accepting the reality of death, we can live more bravely and authentically, embracing life fully. Number 8. Premeditatio malorum. Premeditatio malorum, a practice from Stoic philosophy, encourages us to prepare for potential challenges by imagining what could go wrong, without dwelling on the negative. Here's how you can apply it in day-to-day life. Imagine you're about to start a significant project at work. Instead of only focusing on the positive outcomes, take a moment to consider what could go wrong. What if you encounter unexpected obstacles? What if your initial plan fails? By thinking through these scenarios, you can develop contingency plans and mentally prepare yourself for setbacks. This practice isn't about being pessimistic. It's about approaching potential problems with a proactive mindset. For instance, if you're planning a big event like a wedding or a vacation, consider things that might not go as planned: bad weather, delays, or misunderstandings. By anticipating these possibilities, you can prepare alternative solutions and remain calm if they occur, allowing you to enjoy the present moment more fully. One of the powerful aspects of Premeditatio malorum is its ability to reduce anxiety. Often, our fear of the unknown can be more debilitating than the actual events themselves. By confronting these fears head-on and mentally rehearsing how to handle challenges, we diminish their power over us. Epictetus taught that we should prepare not just for minor inconveniences, but also for significant life changes, such as the loss of a loved one or a drastic shift in circumstances. This mental rehearsal enables us to face reality with greater courage and acceptance. To incorporate Premeditatio malorum into your daily routine, set aside a few minutes each morning or evening to reflect on the day ahead. Think about the tasks you need to accomplish and consider what challenges might arise. Visualize yourself handling these challenges with poise and effectiveness. This exercise can help you start your day with a sense of readiness and confidence, knowing that you're prepared for whatever comes your way. Keeping a journal of your premeditations can reinforce your mental preparation. Write down potential scenarios and your planned responses. Over time, you'll likely notice patterns in the types of challenges you anticipate, which can provide insights into areas where you might need to develop further skills or strategies. Beyond daily inconveniences, Premeditatio malorum can be a valuable tool for long-term planning. When making significant life decisions, such as changing careers, moving to a new city, or starting a family, take time to contemplate the possible difficulties and how you would address them. This practice encourages a balanced approach, considering both the positive and negative aspects of any significant change. It's important to strike a balance with this practice. The goal is not to become pessimistic or overly focused on potential problems, but to develop a realistic and proactive mindset. By preparing for the worst, we can maintain hope and optimism, knowing that we are equipped to handle adversity. This proactive approach, rooted in Stoic philosophy, can help you navigate life's challenges with greater resilience and a more balanced perspective. Number 9. Amor fati. Amor fati, a concept deeply rooted in Stoic philosophy, encourages us not just to accept our fate, but to embrace it wholeheartedly. Nietzsche, though not a Stoic, famously championed this idea, saying that true greatness in a human being comes from loving one's fate and wanting nothing to be different, neither forward nor backward, not in all eternity. Imagine you're going through a tough period like losing your job or dealing with a personal loss. Amor fati doesn't mean you should superficially be happy about these events. Instead, it means seeing these challenges as integral to your life story, shaping you, teaching you resilience, patience, and perhaps opening up new paths you haven't considered. One way to practice Amor fati is to reflect on past experiences where adversity led to personal growth. Maybe a difficult breakup led you to discover new hobbies and friendships, or losing a job pushed you to pursue a more fulfilling career. By recognizing how past challenges have contributed to your development, you can begin to trust that current and future difficulties will do the same. The Stoics believe that everything happens for a reason, even if we can't see it at the moment. Marcus Aurelius often wrote about the interconnectedness of all things and encouraged himself to love the hand that fate deals you and play it as your own. This perspective transforms obstacles into opportunities and helps us see life as a coherent and meaningful whole. Practicing Amor fati also means letting go of resistance. When we resist what happens to us, we create additional suffering. By accepting events as they come, we conserve our energy for responding constructively rather than fighting against reality. This isn't about being passive or resigned, it's about engaging fully with life, knowing that every experience contributes to our growth. Amor fati also encourages gratitude. By embracing everything that happens, we cultivate a mindset of appreciation for life's complexity. We begin to see that every moment, pleasant or unpleasant, is a gift that enriches our experience. This gratitude can deepen our connections with others, enhance our enjoyment of life, and foster a sense of peace. To incorporate Amor fati into your life, start by reflecting on your current challenges. Ask yourself how these difficulties might be shaping you for the better, what strengths you are developing, and what new opportunities might be emerging. By focusing on these questions, you can begin to see your struggles in a more positive light. Create daily rituals to reinforce this mindset. For example, at the end of each day, take a few moments to review the events and express gratitude for both the highs and the lows. Recognize how each experience is contributing to your growth and commit to embracing whatever comes your way. Embracing the wisdom of Stoicism can transform your life, helping you find strength in adversity, clarity in chaos, and peace amidst turmoil. In conclusion, Stoicism offers us powerful strategies to navigate life's challenges with resilience and clarity. By incorporating these 9 practices into your daily life, you can begin to cultivate a mindset that embraces adversity, finds meaning in every moment, and lives with intention. These practices aren't just philosophical ideals, they're practical tools that can help you lead a more fulfilling life. So, start today. Embrace Stoicism and watch as it transforms your perspective and resilience. Thank you for watching. If you found value in this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and click the bell icon for more content that helps you live a resilient and meaningful life. And remember, the Stoic journey is ongoing. Keep practicing, keep growing, and keep embracing the wisdom of the Stoics. Thank you for joining me on this enlightening journey. Together, let us continue to explore, learn, and grow, embracing the Stoic way of life with resilience. Please don't forget to click the subscribe button to join the community. Stay safe, stay Stoic,